Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at these American Electric Lighting Roadway 115 look-alike fixtures that I got for Christmas. You've seen these in my Finds of the Day video, a couple or many videos back already. But today we're going to be taking a look at them more in depth than just a quick overview. Again, these don't really have a manufacturer name on them, as we will see as we open it up. And the box doesn't have a manufacturer name on it either, it just says Cobra Head. So that's quite interesting. These are 80-watt induction streetlights, and we'll see that when we open it up too, but you can kind of already see it through the glass refractor. So anyway, here is the bottom of the fixture that would be facing the road. We can see the nice glass refractor, and there's no sticker on this fixture indicating the wattage and lamp type. I don't think they had those out for induction, and there wasn't a sticker included in the box with any of these either. Anyway, another distinct difference from the American Electric Lighting version is that the door hinges on a pin rather than their style of hinge, which I believe has nubs on the door that hinge on hooks, or something to that nature. But here they use a pin style for the door, which I think is a little bit better of a design, as the little nubs on the door won't get broken off as easily, where a pin here, if it gets lost or something, you can replace that quite easily. Anyway, let's go ahead and open the fixture. To simply do that, we pull back here, and then pull up, and the fixture opens right up. I'm going to take the door off, and it's quite simple to do that. You just pull out this pin, set that there, and let's take a closer look at the door itself. On the inside, we have our information sticker here, where you can see all of our information about the fixture itself. We can see that it was made in 2010, right when induction was starting to be a thing, but then of course after that LED took over and induction never really caught on. So there's the information. One of the interesting things that you can see is that this is 277 volt only. It is not multi-tap, but in a different video I'll show you how to turn it on without having 277 volts. So looking at the refractor here, I don't notice any manufacturer markings on it, but it looks like a pretty quality one. We can see our hinge assembly here when we pull back, how it locks on to our other notch over there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the door aside. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the fixture. We can see our circle line style induction tube in there. Of course, it's an electrodeless lamp, which uses magnetic fields from these rings here to excite the gases within the tube and produce light. Now in this little tiny tube here that you can see is where the mercury is held. So there's our mercury whatever pellet. We also have a cutout here for a socket, for a mogul based socket, like this fixture would normally have. So there's also that option if you ever wanted it to be converted to that. Let's get the camera back up here again. Again, we have our felt gasket here to keep debris out of the light housing. We have our electronic ballast here as well, and we'll take a closer look at that in a moment. This fixture in particular is missing its photocell socket, but it was never wired for one anyway. You can see it right there. We'll look at the different one right below it. That one will have a photocell socket in it. And we'll take a look at the ballast in the bottom one as well, because these screws are really tight and hard to get out. We can see our style of connector for connecting the induction lamp here. This one's been disconnected. It is nice to see these little blocks. They're more common in other countries than the United States, but I really like this idea way better than wire nuts. So I wish it'd be a bit more common here, but whatever. And here's some of the leads that come off of the induction tube, one for each side, if I am correct anyway. course, we have our leads for the ballast here as well, which you can use this accessory, the terminal block. Of course, it's not already wired for it, but it's there. We have a bird guard. This one is falling out. It normally would fit in here a certain way, but it seems to be stuck. Oh, there we go. Fits in there something like that. The other one has it in there just fine, so we'll take a look at that as well. Of course, we have our clamp to clamp on to our 1 1/4 inch or a 2-inch pipe. I believe those are the two sizes. Can't really remember. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we'll put the door back on. Of course, to take the refractor out of the door, we simply loosen the screw, bend this way so it's flat, and then just pops right out. So, to install the door, we just hold it here, line it up, and slide our pin into place. There's no locking thing on the other end for the pin, so it's kind of just held there with friction, which isn't really the best, but it works. So we move over to the other side. We line it all up, and then push down, and it latches into place. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other one. I'm going to set this one aside, since we don't really need it right this moment. And we'll open up this one that we've already seen. And let me go and run and get into a screwdriver so we can look at our ballast. Okay, so after getting the screwdriver, I decided to just take the fixture out of the box since we've seen that already. And inside the box, we also get this shorting cap, which you simply install in the photocell socket. And it doesn't act like a photocell, it just leaves the fixture on all the time, which is a nice thing whenever you want to test a fixture. So this is definitely a nice thing to have. It's a nice intermatic quality one here as well. So, might as well just open it up and take a quick look at it. And here it is. Simply white, and on the top all it says is the shorting cap and the information about how much load it can take. Basically, on the inside, we just have that black jumper wire that you see in there connecting two of these prongs, and the other one is a neutral, so it doesn't connect to anything inside of our cap here. So, I'll go ahead and set that aside. Let's go ahead and take a look at this fixture. Same thing, we just pull back and open it up. Of course, we have some packaging material here. So we'll go ahead and take that off from around the bulb. Of course, to take off the door, we just simply pull this pin again. And there we go, pin comes right out. Let's go ahead and take a look at this sticker anyway, since we have it here. It's harder to hold this one because of the angle of the camera and everything, but you can still read it there. Same type of information. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside as well, since it's just the same as our last one. Insides here are the exact same, except we have a photocell socket this time, which isn't even, it looks like this time it is wired to the terminal block. You can see the wires coming here. Same bulb and everything, but this time we'll go ahead and take a look at the ballast. So, to simply do that, we just have to unscrew these two screws here. The first time trying to take this ballast out, these screws were so tight, I was worried I was going to strip the heads on them. But, now that I've gotten them out once before, it's easier. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the ballast here. We'll just see if we can just set it down there. And let me take the camera off the tripod here. Take a closer look at it. Now, I was looking up online these ballasts for induction bulbs, and this seemed to be a brand that came up quite often, so maybe it's a good quality one. You can see the leads coming out of the side here. It is an electronic ballast. So there's our information on it. As you can see, it is only for 277 volts. It is high power factor though, which is nice. Here we have the leads coming out the other side for the bulb. So anyway, we'll go ahead and pop this back on the tripod. Of course, to put this back together, it is quite simple. We just put everything back the way it was, which I believe was something like so. Sure, it's in there. We'll take our screws here. And we won't tighten them all the way to begin with because we don't know if it'll move it while we're doing it. Of course, you can see the screw isn't exactly lining up with the hole, but according to the markings, it never really did. So that's probably why they have big washers on them, because the fixture was never really designed for this type of ballast, but they fit it in there anyway. And once again, to put the door back on, we just simply take our door, not push the bird guard in. There. Take the door, put it in, and slip our pin through. Come on. There we go. Simply close the door. And it looks like here we have a bit of the foam pushing out. There we go. Line up the door on either side and push it into place. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this quick little look around of these 80-watt induction American Electric 115 look-alike fixtures. I'm just going to call them that because that's basically what they look like, and for all I know, they could have been made in the same factory. So once again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.